Hey patrons, how's it going? This is Big Lair here, Jack's Private Coffee Corner. Today is December 11th. It's a Wednesday, December 11th. Moving right along in the month here. What's going on? Let's see, the weather isn't too bad today. Had a little bit of a warm spell, but it's supposed to get quite cold from this evening, I think. So we'll see how that goes. One strange thing did happen this morning. Normally I get up at 6:30 every day, and well, depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. Sometimes I get up at 5. If it's not 5, then it's 6:30. So today was 6:30, and I'm the kind of guy, if I get up, if my alarm goes off, I turn it off and I get up. I don't go back to bed. I'm not a snooze alarm type guy, right? So alarm goes off today. I get up, turn it off, and I crawl back in bed. And I remember as I'm doing it thinking, what am I doing? I never do this. What's going on? Bam, I'm out. Now my wife's alarm went off at 6, and I kind of woke up noticing that she turned it off. So the next thing I know, I wake up, look at my clock, it's 7:15 in the morning, and my middle son is knocking on our door saying, hey, I'm going to school. And, you know, my family, we have this routine where if anyone leaves the house, everyone gives them a hug and a kiss, right? That's just what I've done since my kids were little babies. And so, you know, for all my kids, they've been doing it their whole life. So that's just the rule. You don't leave the house without doing that. So he's waiting to like give us a hug and a kiss so he can go to school. Like, holy crap, it's 7:15. My wife jumps out of bed, I jump out of bed. And our youngest son, he has to go to school at 7:30. I mean, he's got to leave our house at 7:30. So got to wake him up, get him ready. So it's really strange. That's weird. Like, I never do that kind of thing. Like, I'm the kind of guy, I jump out of bed and I'm like ready to go really fast. You know, my morning routine is I get up, I turn off my alarm, and then I immediately start stretching. I have this stretching routine that I do. It takes me 15 minutes. I've been doing it for a little over 30 years, every morning for 30 years. Same thing. I know it takes 15 minutes because I timed myself every day for a year. So I'm pretty sure it takes 15 minutes. So anyway, that's just part of my routine, you know. So today was really weird. Got back into bed. I remember thinking, why am I doing this? Almost like something was making me get back into bed. Okay, so, you know, I overslept, my wife overslept. Maybe not a huge deal for most people, but for me it's like, that's really suspicious. Well then, as my middle son is giving me a hug, I said, oh man, we overslept. He said, yeah, I did too. I didn't wake up till 6:30. Now, my middle son, he gets up at 4. This guy gets up, he's a teenager, right? He's 16. He gets up at 4 in the morning, and he likes to be in the kitchen by himself making breakfast. You know, he likes everything quiet with no one around, and he makes like this big breakfast for himself, and he sits down, and in the dining room there's a tiny TV, so he switches it to YouTube, and you know, he has videos that he likes to watch. And then he'll come upstairs to the living room, and then he gets all of his school stuff ready and whatnot. So he likes to have plenty of time to get ready. So he said, yeah, I overslept too. I turned my alarm off, went back to bed, got up at 6:30. That's weird. He doesn't usually do that. He has done it a few times in a number of years, only a few times. And then talking to my oldest son, who's 18, he's the same way. He gets up at like 4:30. What's he do? He meditates. Yeah, he gets up and he meditates in the morning. Then he exercises. He's off at the park by 5 a.m. He's at a park near our house doing like pull-ups and stuff, right? He does that every morning. So I see him as I'm making my breakfast, and I said, man, I can't believe it. I overslept today. That never happens. And he said, yeah, me too. I turned my alarm off and just didn't wake up. So I thought, 4 people doing that. That's a little strange. Now my wife, she is prone, I don't see her around here, so I can probably say this, but my wife is prone to oversleeping. But you know, she's really busy. You know, she's she's a typical Asian mother, right? She's Japanese. So in her mind, being the mom and the wife, there's certain things she must do, every morning, every day, or she just doesn't feel right, doesn't feel comfortable. So she wants to make all the kids breakfast, stuff like that. And while she's making breakfast for them, she's also thinking about what's lunch going to be, and she's preparing stuff for lunch, and she's thinking ahead to dinner, and so for her, there's just lots of stuff to do. And of course, she's making sure our kids have their homework done, and they've got everything ready for school, and what's going on today, and So she's prone to oversleeping, and that's okay, because she sometimes stays up really late at night getting all of this other stuff done that we don't know about, because myself and my kids and I are in bed or whatever, right? So that's just her routine. So anyway, 3 out of 4 of us, we'll say all 4 of us, but 3 out of 4, because sometimes she will oversleep because she's pretty tired. That's really weird, I thought. And it reminded me of a number of years ago when we were living in a different city. This is probably 17 years ago. There was one time, I can remember it just like it was yesterday. I was having a dream, and then it was like someone came into the dream and pulled me out of it and was taking me somewhere, like against my will, and I wasn't able to fight against them, and they were just like dragging me. And I remember shouting like, "No," like that, and I sprung out of bed. Like my wife heard this "no," I actually said it, in my waking state, while I was asleep, but I'm seeing this in the dream. I'm being dragged, and I'm like, "No," and I sprung out of bed. I sprung out of bed so fast I hit the wall, which was about 10 feet from where I was. So I sprung out of bed with such force that I caught myself just from smashing my head into the wall. "No!" Boom, jumped up. And the strangest thing was, simultaneously, my oldest son, who was 3 at the time, did the same thing. He did the same thing. Like, he sprung out of his bed and crashed into like the window and fell back onto his bed. And then my wife jumped up like, "What the heck's going on?" She thinks like maybe there's an earthquake or something. And I'm standing there like, that was weird. And I look over at my son. I'm like, "Hey, what happened?" And he's like, "I jumped out of bed, Dad." And my wife said, both of us yelled "no" really loud. So that would be weird if it stopped there. So I went to work that day. I actually owned a business at the time. So I go to work that day, and I've got this Filipino girl working for me. And I'm telling, she was saying how she couldn't sleep the night before. She had kind of like a nightmare, she said, and I didn't ask her what it was. And I said, "Yeah, I had a weird thing happen too." And I explained it to her, and I jumped out of bed. And she said, "Yeah, me too. I woke up like, like that." And she said, "But then the weirdest thing was," she said, "I opened my refrigerator, and the day before I'd gone shopping, and she had bought like strawberry jam and some other stuff, I forget. So her routine was to eat toast with jam every morning. So she said, "I bought this jam yesterday. I was looking forward to using it. Opened my refrigerator, took the jam out, put my toast in the toaster, opened the jam. The whole jar of strawberry jam was moldy." And she said, "I know when I bought it yesterday, it didn't look that way, because, you pick it off the shelf and you look and you go, yeah, that's strawberry jam." She said, "Now the whole thing was just full of mold. You could even see it from the outside. And a bunch of other stuff in her refrigerator had just gotten moldy overnight." So I've always wondered about that. What was that? Was there some mass event that took place on that day? Strange, huh? Yeah. Okay. Another digression. Sorry about that. Just a weird thing. Let's get into our daily crypto update here. So it's December 11th. That's Wednesday. Wow, lots of stuff going on. Lots of price action here. If we look at this first one, here, we can see that the price of all the coins are down. All the coins are down. wow, we've got Veritasium, it's down 11.26%. That's pretty big. Now the price is $11.51. Holy mackerel. Remember it was at 15, over 15 for a while there, and I said, yeah, under 15 is my buy price. I still have not made any profits big enough that I can buy any Veritasium, so I'm still working on that. Let's see, Theta. Theta is down 9.63%. Let's see, what was it doing yesterday, Theta? Theta wasn't doing much of anything. Veritasium was up 2% yesterday, but now it's down 11.6. So Theta's down 9.63% in dollar terms. Let's see, Tezos is down 4.49. That's not a surprise because I think it jumped all the way up to 165, and then now it's at $1.49. But everything else is down. Everything else is down. Just one of those days, it's a red day, I guess they would say. Excuse me. So now it's a little after 9 a.m. I just got these prices put in here. So everything is down now. If you look, of course, the price of Bitcoin's down only 1.3%. There are some coins, even though they're down, if you look at the more or less, plus or minus column, if you see a red number, that means that coin has gained against Bitcoin. Its relative value against Bitcoin has, it's gained relative value against Bitcoin, I should say. So, for example, OMG, the price is down 0.49%, but, if you had a Bitcoin and you wanted to buy OMG, you would get 81.86 OMG less than you would have yesterday. So it's still maintaining its strength. Let's see, Litecoin still maintained its strength. What else we got here? Well, Doge and Digibyte, they look pretty good. However, they're so cheap anyway. It's going to be a big number. So nothing so exciting here. We look over on our percent to all-time high, that purple tone color there. Pundi, man, Pundi just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. I look back, when I was going to sell Pundi, when was it, last week or the week before, and I didn't have enough Ethereum in my wallet. I still haven't done that. I still have not done that. Unfortunately, I've been traveling a lot, and I do not do anything with cryptocurrencies while I'm traveling. If I'm not at home with all of my devices set up, I don't do anything. Even though I've missed out on some pretty sweet trades, I value security, more than the potential to make a profit. So I have not been able, if I could sit on the train, I've got, let's see, today I'll be on a train for an hour and a half, just one way. Tomorrow I'll be on trains for about 4 hours in total. No, more than that. Let's see. That's a 2-hour ride, and then I'll come back for another hour. I'll be on the trains for 6 hours, 3 hours one way and 3 hours back. That's a lot of time, That'd be fantastic. I could be, buying Ethereum, putting it in my wallet, sending stuff to exchanges, getting all kinds of stuff ready. However, I don't want to do that because it's not secure in my opinion. It's not secure, so I just won't do it. And I'll spend the time working on. I've got some writing that I'm doing on a completely unrelated topic to cryptos, but I'll use it for that. So Pundi, wow, it's still over 10,000%, 10,454% to its all-time high. If it increased, from today's price, this 0.000148. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Nothing too exciting. Although Veritasium, wow, that's a buy for sure. Let's see. NeoGas, still a buy for me. Pundi, crazy buy. OMG, that's a buy. Tezos, 149. I have sell there. For me, it's still sell territory. Although I sold my first batch because it surpassed my target. Now this price here is still surpassing my target. I was really hoping it would creep up and hit my second target, which it did. You know, it did. I just didn't make the trade. So I'm just waiting today to see if anything happens, because it was down in the lower 140s. I'm seeing if it gets up to 150 something. I'm going to have to look back and see my exact target price. If it hits that and I'm around my house today, I will sell more Tezos. Let's see. Cardano, that's a buy. Man, how much cheaper can some of these coins get? EOS, that's still a buy for me. Okay, now let's, one thing I should talk about. I should talk a little bit about, you know, if you have a plan for cryptos, what's your exit plan? What's your buying plan, your selling plan? I should say your selling and buying plan, or buying and selling plan, however you're approaching it. You know, so let's say, I'm going to just open up my calculator here while I'm talking. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so let's say you purchased Tezos at 105, just for example. Just for an example, right? We purchased Tezos at 105, so recently it's gone pretty high. And you say to yourself, well, if it goes up 30%, I'm going to sell my Tezos. Okay, so what we would do is we would take 1.05 and we would multiply that by 0. Sorry. Let me do this over. I'm thinking about doing it the other way. I'll make it the easiest. Sorry. So take your Tezos price, 1.05, and then you multiply that by 1.3. So that will tell you the price of Tezos if it increased 30%, right? So a 30% increase would make Tezos $1.36. Well, actually 1.365, but $1.36. Okay? And then, let's see here. So now it was at, what's Tezos at again? 149 here? Just make sure, yeah. Okay, let's say it's at 149. So now we take 1.49, which is our $1.49, and then we minus, oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Okay, minus, my calculator is too smart. Okay, 1.49 minus, oh come on, what's going on here? There we go. This should be simple on a calculator, right? Even though it's on a computer. So 1.49 minus the 1.05, which was our original buy price. Hit the enter key or the equals key. That will give you 0.44. Then hit the divide button and then 1.05. Hit enter or your equals key. And that will give you 0.419047, blah, blah, blah. Now hit multiply, and then 100 equals, and that's the percent. If you bought, or if you bought Tezos at $1.05, and then you sold it at $1.49, you made a 41.9% gain. So on your calculator, you can see, 41.90476, da 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 da. So that's how you calculate the percent increase that you made. Now you can do it the opposite way too, and it will tell you what you lost. So then what we can do is let's say we bought at 149, right? And then we want to make 149 our new base price, so to speak. So we bought it at 105, we sold it at 149, and now you're thinking, okay, from 149, if it drops down 20%, I'll buy back in, right? So we've got our 1.49, and then we're going to multiply that, hit the multiply button, 0.8. And why 0.8? Because we want to decrease 20%. So 100% would be the same as 1.0. So we want to decrease 20%. So we take, the 20% from the 100%, which gives us 80%. So 80% in numbers is 0.8. So if you take the price you sold it at, the $1.49, multiply it by 0.8, that will give you 1.192. So that's $1.19. So if Tezos comes back down to $1.19 and you sell it, then Tezos has dropped down 20%, which is your target. That's your target. So let's say you did that. Let's say you did that. You sold at, you bought back at 119. What happened? Okay, now we have to add a little bit more to our equation here. Let's say we had 100 Tezos, okay? And we sold those for $1.49. So let's do 100 times 1.49, and that's going to give us $149, right? And then let's see. Now we're going to sell, and what did we say our price was? 119. Yeah, so now we're going to take our 149, we're going to divide by 1.19, and that will give us a number 125.21. So what does this number mean? Well, this is the amount of Tezos we just bought back. We just bought back. So we started out with 100 Tezos, and we sold those for $1.49 each, and that gave us $149. And then we waited until it dropped 20%, the price of Tezos, right? Dropped 20% to 119, and then we bought our Tezos back at 119, and we were able to buy 125 Tezos back. So we gained, so we started out with 100 Tezos, now we have 125, so we gained 25 Tezos, right? And the beautiful thing about this is we didn't spend any of our money, right? We had an original investment, you know, when we bought our Tezos for $1.05, but we haven't put any more money in, right? So we have 125, sorry, 125. So another thing we can do, so now we have 125 Tezos, that's great, right? We increased the number of Tezos by 25% because, you know, 25 is 25% of 100, right? So then you could say, well, now what's my average buy-in price? Because I bought 100 Tezos for 105. So okay, so you have a 100 times 1.05, that's $1.05. Hit the equals key. So you spent $105 to get your 100 Tezos. But now you have 125. So you take this 105, you divide this by 125, look at that, 0.84. So now your average price of your Tezos, you know, each Tezos, you've now put out 84 cents. So instead of having in your mind before you thought, okay, I bought at 105, I've got to always sell above 105 to make a profit. Well, now that buy-in price became 84 cents. 84 cents. So now you feel a lot better about it, right? So now what you have to do, and I believe I covered this in one of my crypto beginner videos, I don't remember offhand which one it was, but now you have to make a choice. When you trade your Tezos in the future, are you going to use your original price of $1.05 as your base, and then from there you'll calculate, you know, if it increases from that base price of 105, I'll sell. Or are you going to recalculate and say, no, my base price is 84 cents, so anything over 84 cents is good for me. So you have to decide what to do with that, right? And the beautiful thing about this is if you can make just a couple good trades, you can see how your average buy price will go down and down and down and down and down. Now in the past, I did this with my NEO and I did it with OMG. And my NEO buy-in price became half of what it was. So, man, when I first bought NEO, oh Jesus, I think I paid, it was over $9 for it. It was over $9. 920, 928. Yeah, 928, that's right. Because I'm thinking in my head what my new base price is. It's like $4.66, I think, something like that. So that makes sense. Or was it 922? Anyway, I've been able to lower that buy-in price to half. So, which is great because, you know, now NEO is like at $8 and something. Let me just look quick here and move my calculator out of the way. Yeah, NEO's at $8.58. So if I had never traded my NEO, I'd be underwater right now. I'd be in the red. But because I traded my NEO, effectively doubled my NEO without putting any more money in, now my buy-in price is like $4.66. I don't care if NEO goes to $8 now. Go to $7 or $6 or $5. I don't care because I know I'm still in a good position. The same with OMG. Now I'm focusing a lot on Tezos. Of course, if a good opportunity comes for OMG and NEO, if the price goes up and meets my targets, I'll start doing those also. And that's the only reason I haven't continued with NEO and OMG is because the prices have not reached my targets yet. But Tezos has. So it's nice to focus on several coins at one time, because you'll find, well, with this market, you know, who can say, but in the last 7-8 months, there's always been at least one coin that I could trade with. So, you know, one step at a time, you know, as my dad likes to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. So just take it slow. So I hope that little explanation there helped. Okay, so now I'm going to jump over to, if you have any questions, by the way, sorry, if you have any questions about what I just did, you know, put them below. I don't mind explaining this further. I am working on this video. I'm going to add a video to the Crypto Beginner Library. It's going to be about having this Excel spreadsheet and how to put in your numbers, like how many coins do you have of that, what's your average, or how much did you spend, what's your average buy-in price, and then once you get that information in, and then you decide what is my sell price, my sell target's going to be, then the whole thing, like, you know, just calculates everything for you, makes it really nice. So, and this is something I actually got from a couple different people. I don't know if I can say their names because I haven't asked if I can mention their names, you know, in a video, but one person sent this to me, and then like the next day, another person sent it to me. And it was really interesting, the basic outline of this spreadsheet. And I went through it and I found a couple mistakes in the calculations, in the formulas. So I thought, wow, how many people are using this thing? Because I heard it, you know, someone made it, and I really appreciate the person who made it. I'm not dissing them in any way by saying there were a couple mistakes. You know, this is a very detailed thing. You know, making only a couple mistakes on a super detailed spreadsheet is nothing to sneeze at. It's quite an accomplishment. So I'm not dissing that person, but with the mistakes there, you know, your calculations will be off. So anyway, I was lucky to catch those mistakes, and I switched some things around, modified it to where it's usable for me. Not that it wasn't usable before, but I just made it a little more user-friendly in respect to how I like to use Excel spreadsheets. So anyway, I'm going to have that video hopefully out this week. I really apologize. I wanted to have it out last week, but I've been traveling around so much lately. And I have been lugging my laptop. I've got this HP laptop that I use. It's the heaviest thing in the world. And I do lug this thing around with me. However, when I'm doing these videos, I actually like to be at home when, you know, no one's around. I can concentrate and make sure all my numbers and everything are correct. Okay, so enough of that. I'm going to switch over to the market cap, okay? Alrighty, let's look at this here. Wow, we've got some huge numbers again. What's going on? At a glance, if we look at the daily percent change in trading volume, that light blue box, you know, I would say the daily trading volume is a turquoise, and then the daily percent change in trading volume is light blue. if we look at the daily percent change in trading volume column there, we can see a couple things. Number one, Tezos is down. The trading volume is down 18%. Okay, well yesterday it was up 39.36%, so this isn't too big of a shock. And the price kind of crested, and now the trading volume has decreased. Also, look at this flesh colored box. The daily percent change in market cap is down 9.53%. Is that a 3 or an 8? Okay, I think it's a 3. So that's down. Well, what that tells me is a bunch of people were selling their Tezos. They were getting out of their Tezos, which dropped the market cap down almost 10%. The volume is down. So that's not a surprise. And let's see, so when I was looking at these numbers yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, when the market cap was going wild, I now can see, oh, when I was looking at that, because I put these numbers in the night before, so last night I put these numbers in, and I'm glad I've done it that way, because now I can see, I'll do this before I go to bed, I'll look at the numbers, and then I'll wake up and say, oh wow, that coin dropped a considerable amount. Oh yeah, that correlates with the decrease in market cap and the decrease in the daily trading volume. So I'm starting to see that now, just starting to figure that out. Then let's go to Theta. Theta, look at that, down daily trading volume, or the percent change in trading volume is down 12.5%. Similar to Tezos, Theta's percent change in market cap decreased 10.9%. Now, if you remember yesterday, Theta, the daily percent change in trading volume was up 140%. That was pretty crazy. And the market cap was up 9.28% yesterday. So, what goes up must come down kind of thing. The price is down today. So if we look at, so we can see that both Theta and Tezos, the market cap is down, trading volume is down. Yep. If we go back to our original sheet there, Tezos is down 4.9% in price. Theta's down 9.63%. So that was a pretty good indicator, or these volumes were a pretty good indicator. These metrics that I'm looking at here, they're a really good indicator to show that, now the price is switched, the trend is switched. So I'm wondering, and this, I don't know how I would figure this kind of thing out. I think there is a way you can connect an Excel spreadsheet to a website and actually pull data into your spreadsheet. So now I'm thinking, okay, I was able to see these huge increases in trading volume, watch the market caps go up, and it was less than a 24-hour period where that trend, the trend was going up, and it switched into a downtrend. I was sleeping when that occurred, and then the prices dropped. So there's probably someone out there a little more savvy than I am with a spreadsheet, and if you could somehow get your spreadsheet to update these numbers, say every hour or every 30 minutes, and I would actually like to have each hour or each 30-minute period be a new cell in the spreadsheet, so I could actually look and go, oh, 11 o'clock it was this, oh, 11:30 it was this, oh, at midnight it was this. That would be real interesting for me, because then I could say, oh, it's a downtrend. Really? Yep, I've confirmed it on 2 further cells. So as time is going on, I've confirmed 3 different time frames, like let's say 12 o'clock, it changed, it's down. 12:30, oh, it's still down. 1 o'clock, it's going down further. Okay, now we're in a downtrend, boom, a person should sell. So then you would know you reached the peak in that coin's price. So, fascinating stuff. Now, if we look at this daily percent change in market cap, everything is red except Veritasium. Veritasium is up 3.65%. And if we look at the daily percent change in trading volume, holy moly, look at that. It's 126.17% increase. So remember yesterday, the daily trading volume of Veritasium was $4,414, the price of that French Bulldog puppy that I was looking at, right? Now, look at that, it's $9,983. Holy moly, what's going on here? So the market cap went up? Trading volume is up? Well, doesn't that mean the price of Veritasium should be shooting up? Nope. If we go back to our chart from the beginning of the video, Veritasium is down 11.26%. It's down more than any other crypto. The price is $11.51 today. Hey, what's going on with Veritasium? How can the volume be up, the market cap be up, and the price goes down? That's very interesting. I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. Market cap went up, huge trading volume. So the market cap being up and trading volume going up, I would say, oh, more people are interested in Veritasium. Probably there are people like myself, they've got a price target for Veritasium, they've been watching it, and they go, yeah, this is a great buy-in price. Boom, let's buy it. So the market cap went up, even though the price dropped. Even though the price dropped, 11%. Volume is up. I'm going to have to do some more research, see if I can find some. Probably there's a PhD out there somewhere who wrote a paper on just this scenario in relation to stocks. Market cap goes up, trading volume shoots to the moon, but the price goes down. What does that mean? That's something I have to research. Okay, looking at the other coins, let's see, Bitcoin, a nice increase in trading volume. EOS, looking good, lots of trading volume. Cardano, high trading volume increase. Digibyte, same thing, an increase. Digibyte, even though it had this huge increase in the daily, the trading volume, it's still only, the trading volume is only 1.19% of its market cap. That's pretty amazing. The same with Veritasium, 0.04% of its market cap. What's going on there? So lots to think about, huh? So I think looking at these numbers, the market cap and the change in the market cap, I'm starting to see now, because I'm doing these numbers in the evening. So I'm starting to see things, because I remember the numbers and the prices from last night, and then when I sit in front of my computer in the morning like today, I can notice, oh wow, that really changed. For example, let's see, what was it? The trading volume on Veritasium was actually higher last night. Not last night. Yesterday afternoon, I was on a train and I thought, I'll just check a few of these coins because I remember their trading volumes. And Veritasium was up almost to, the daily trading volume was almost $11,000. But when I put the numbers in, it was 9,983. So it's kind of interesting seeing the movement and then how that affects the price. Although Veritasium, I am at a loss for words to describe why the market cap went up, trading volume is up, and the price is down. Okay, you guys, I should wrap this thing up here. I hope this was interesting. I hope you get some value out of it. If you have any comments, let me know. And I will see everyone tomorrow. Take care.